Good morning, students. In continuation to the last lecture, today again we are dealing with the acid group in homeopathy. So now we will discuss our medicines in brief, especially acid group medicines in brief. So first medicine is acetic acid, which is also known as acetic acid glacial, or commonly it is known as vinegar. And its formula is CH3 or CH3COOH, and it was proved by Dr. Herring and Dr. Bridge. So glacial acetic acid is the anhydrous form of this acid in the crystal form below the temperature 16.7 degrees centigrade. Acetic acid contains water, whereas glacial acetic acid doesn't contain water. So first of all, its introduction. It was for inhalation vapors in cold, cough, cramp. From ancient times, it was used for inhalation of vapors, especially in the cold, cough, cramp. And from ancient times, vinegar, which contains 4 to 8% of acetic acid in aqueous solution, is used for also used in our kitchens for preparing food or cleaning, or to open the blocked pipes extra or drainage, where acetic acid is used as in industry, also in paints, in film sheets, and in plasters, in plastic, in fibers, and in fabric also. In homeopathy, it is used for hectic fever, in consumptive diseases, anemia, chronic diarrhea, in diabetes mellitus, in hemorrhages, and in gastric ulcer. Even it is also useful in cancer, especially epithelioma and breast cancer, and to palliate the pains of gastric ulcer. Let us know how it is useful as a homeopathic medicine. Before that, non-homeopathic uses of acetic acid are: it is used in manufacturing of chemical compounds, vinyl acetate or ester production, vinegar, and in the industry, photofilms are made from this, which is known as cellulose acetate, and polyvinyl acetate is used in paints, wood glue, synthetic fiber, and fabrics. And in kitchens we have discussed already. In our homes, also used in pickles, also used as a preservative agent, and it is also used as the food additive with code E260. Then medically, non-homeopathically, acetic acid used as an injection into tumor has been to treat cancer since the 1800s. So long. It is also used as part of cervical cancer screening in many areas in the developing world. The acid is applied to the cervix, and if an area of white appears after about a minute, then test is considered positive. Understand? Then it is an effective antiseptic when used as a 1% solution with broad spectrum of activity against streptococci, pseudomonas, then enterococci extra, and it is also used for skin infections. As a treatment for otitis externa, it is in the WHO's list of essential medicines, the safest and most effective medicine needed in a health system. So these are the non-homeopathic uses. Now come to the homeopathic. First of all, what is about the constitution of acetic acid? As we know, all the acid medicines have mostly exhaustive emaciated constitutions. So similarly, in the acetic acid, the persons are of lean, thin constitutions with lax and flabby muscles and dry, waxy skin. Transparent skin mostly. Thermal is a chilly medicine. In diathesis, having hemorrhagic diathesis, and miasms are soric, psychotic, and also syphilitic. Miasm, all the three miasms are there. Temperament mostly it is of the irritable and nervous temperament. Then what about the appetite? Loss of appetite is there. Thirst, much thirst, but there is one exception, that there is no thirst during fever. In sleep, again sleeplessness is there. Now, what is the mentality of acetic acid patient? They are irritable, they are confused, and they cannot think, doesn't remember what was happened recently. Even they grieves over his or her disease, worries about her children's, and about also worries about business affairs. There are also attacks of anxiety. They are anguish, alternate stupor or delirium. Mentally, they also borrow troubles. So they always think something is going to happen. So this is a mentality of the acetic acid patient. Now come to the main generalities of acetic acid. So acetic acid patients are debilitated patients, and in generally they suffer from hectic fever. So what are the symptoms during fever? Most marked is the debility. Then left cheek red and hot, as left cheek is red and hot during fever, as in chamomilla. Fever, main symptom of the fever is there is no thirst during fever, and fever with drenching night sweats, as met in tuberculosis or phthisis. Sweat with profuse and cold sweat, and especially cold sweat on the forehead, and burning dry skin, decreased sensibility of the whole body also, violent burning pains in the stomach, in the chest, followed by cold sweat at the forehead and coldness of the body. Then large quantities of pale urine and exhaustion is there. So that is the condition of fever, which there is no thirst during the fever. Then in respiratory symptoms, it is a medicine for laryngitis, diphtheria, cough, croup. In laryngitis, hoarseness is there, larynx weak, and in diphtheria there is formation of pseudomembranes in the throat, and they are mostly of the grey or brown color. And chronic bronchitis, this is a remedy for chronic bronchitis with hoarseness and cough. Pale mucous membranes with chronic dry cough in sickly pale persons, such as inherited thesis. So as we can see, the patients of tuberculosis, that type of look of the patient. Cough when inhaling, and hurried and laborious breathing is there, another symptom. So rattling chest, as met in anthem tart. Next, this is remedy for GIT problems, and mostly in GIT problems, the patients are suffering from chronic diarrhea, chronic diarrhea of emaciated children due to malnutrition. Ulcers of the stomach, this is the remedy for cancer stomach, tympanitis, accumulation of gas as well as accumulation of fluids. So it is also used for ascites. And with all these, great thirst with dropsy, desire for potatoes and aversion to green vegetables, cold drinks and aversion to bread and butter also. And mostly there is vomiting after taking anything or any meal. Profuse libation is there, and marked symptom is violent burning in the chest, which is followed by cold sweat and coldness of the skin. Then hemorrhages from the bowels and hemorrhages with the constipation also, and main marked symptom is it is used for chronic diarrhea. Next, breast cancer. There is threatening abscess, main symptom, painful breast, and impoverished milk in the breast, which is of blue color and bluish in color, sour in taste. And this is also remedy for breast cancer as well as for epithelioma of the lip and hard canker. Menorrhagia. Then next, this is remedy for hemorrhages as well as for menorrhagia. So menorrhagia with great thirst, and it is also used for the hemorrhages after parturition. In generalities, next is myelitis or myelitis with great pains in the body, and dropsy with odometer swelling of the feet and legs with diarrhea. So dropsy with diarrhea and great thirst. At last, what is the remedy relationship? China after hemorrhages, it is used. So in China, there is functional weakness after loss of fluids. In Ginkamet, there is functional weakness of the nerves after only functional weakness of the nerves, whereas in this debility due to malnutrition. And acetic acid is also antidote to anesthesia vapors like chloroform, ether, etc. So we can use acetic acid when the ailments from stings or bites of insects. Then when there are ailments from sausage poisoning, ailments from bad effects of anesthesia or anesthetic vapors like charcoal or ether, etc. And when there are ailments after surgical operations, after injury, after sprains, mostly after sprains, and there is debility, much debility. So in the nutshell, this is the remedy for anemia, debility, loss of flesh, cough, dropsical swellings, hemorrhages, palliative in intense growing ulcerative pains of cancer, stomach with burning and profuse diarrhea, hemorrhages hemorrhages from every outlet of the body. So this is all about the acetic acid. Next we shall deal in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.